Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I got a brand new map video for y'all today. And I'll just be making my latest prediction because a lot of people have been criticizing me for my last one. Um, and I just want to make it clear, just so that there is no confusion at all. I'm not a liberal nor conservative. I'm not a Democrat nor Republican on this channel. I obviously do have my own political beliefs, but this channel is completely impartial, and I'm going to try to keep my politics out of it. I'm trying to bring the most impartial information to you guys, and that is completely void of my political beliefs. I've been seeing a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you're a Democrat pawn or you're a leftist," and this. I'm not a leftist. I'm not a leftist, and I'm not a right winger either. I'm neither one. I'm in the middle. Okay, I'm just giving the information. So with that being said, today I will be actually showing you guys some of the polls because many of you guys didn't believe me and thought I was pulling these numbers out of nowhere. So I'll actually use those numbers today, but we'll start off with the already obvious states that will go to each respective party. Oregon, Washington, blue. California, blue. New Mexico, Colorado. What else do we got here? We'll go with these ones, the northeastern ones. Vermont. We got New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, D.C., Virginia. Virginia, okay. Uh, I'll go with Illinois as well. Minnesota as well, obviously. And then I think that is it for now. Now, in terms of Republican states, we're going to be going for some pretty obvious ones here. So we got Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas City, or sorry, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and by the way, I'm going with Kentucky even if Bashir is elected. I know a lot of people have been criticizing me for that, but whatever. I still think I do think it'll go Republican, most likely. Um, then we got Indiana, which is very Republican, kind of an underrated one, if anything. So Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia. Oh, and then these ones as well: Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah. You can't forget Utah. And I'll go with North Carolina as well. I also forgot Alaska, and then also Hawaii for the Democrats. Now I'll be basing this all on fact for these swing states. I know a lot of people don't believe me when I use those numbers. So here they are. We'll go with Arizona number one. Trump is leading. Okay, Trump is leading, so we'll go Republican there. That's a pretty decent amount. I mean, 3.8%. That's almost 4 points. That's a pretty solid lead. It could always change, but I think Arizona will go Republican this time. So we'll give Trump that. Michigan, Harris is leading. Harris is leading Michigan. And I did not say that in my last prediction. Last time I said Republican, but I guess things have changed. And it's leaning more so Democrat, so that's pretty interesting. Nevada, that's another one that people have been saying, "Oh yeah, no, it is going to go Republican. Why are you a radical leftist and saying that it's going to go to Democrats?" Okay, we'll give it to Trump. We'll give it to Trump. Just based on this factual information, we'll give it to Trump. Now, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Georgia are the last ones. Georgia's going Republican. I do really think that it's going to go Republican. A lot of people don't think it will, but you know, I also did say that it was going to go Democrat last time, but I just think based on the way Georgia has been a big big Trump base, at least in recent months. And I mean, if you look at the polls, I'm just basing this on the current polls, but if you look at the other polls from when Biden was still in the race, it was actually much worse. So the gap is closing, but I still think Georgia is going to go to Trump in this prediction. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, these are the really close ones. So Wisconsin's 0.6, Pennsylvania's 0.3. This one I'm not going to be basing just on that because this doesn't really tell us anything. 0.3%, at the end of the day, that's based on a poll, number one. And number two, this is not even considering the fact that Josh Shapiro is most likely going to get picked as the VP of Kamala. So if he is picked, it's pretty obvious Penn is going blue. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And you can argue that, but it's just facts. I mean, if the guy is from Pennsylvania, he's going to win it. And then we also got Wisconsin. By the way, there are some districts here that were, one of these was Republican in Maine. I think it was Maine. I don't know which one. Oh, oops. Whatever one it is, I'll just say Republican for one of these. Because that was one that Trump won in 2020. He won one of those districts. I don't know which one it was exactly, but it was one of those. Wisconsin. This is really crazy. I know this sounds really crazy. I think it's going Democrat. I think it'll be a tie. This is my latest prediction. And this is, again, she is leading Wisconsin. They were losing in Wisconsin when Biden was still in it. So, pretty big improvement in that regard. But, again, Pennsylvania, in my view, it's going to the Democrats. And Wisconsin is also going to the Democrats, in my view. Just based on the polling information, obviously we could see that they're winning in Wisconsin. But I think the gap will be a lot bigger once election time comes. And they've been campaigning a lot in Wisconsin, the Democrats. But you also got to keep in mind, the RNC was in Wisconsin. So maybe that'll change some voters' minds. But then again, the RNC honeymoon period is kind of dying down now because we have the DNC in 16 days now. So that's going to have a lot of interest. But this is my prediction, man. I mean, it's... At this point, we don't know. After this, it would go to Congress, and then they would decide who's president. This is pretty unprecedented. It happened only once, I believe, with John Quincy Adams, way back when in the early 1800s. So this would be pretty crazy if it did happen. Let me know what you think below. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.